Hello guys, welcome. Adna here, and we are back to Danganronpa version 3. Okay, so let's continue, or begin in this case, the investigation. Victim. The body was discovered in the exile hangar. The victim was crushed by the hydraulic press and is unidentifiable. That's it? That doesn't tell us anything. The identity of the victim is unknown? It doesn't even tell us that much. It doesn't matter. We already know who the victim and the culprit are. The culprit who killed Kaito is finally Kokichi. Wait, Maki, it's still too early to decide that. It's true that the evidence points to Kokichi being alive, but Kaito told me. Don't worry, I will do something about all this. That's a promise. You guys are working so hard, so I can't just sit back and relax. I want to believe in the promise Kaito made. I want you to believe in that with me. I refuse to investigate with you. Huh? What? Why? You're not calm at the moment, right? Right now, you are acting like Kaito, back in the contest class trial. It was like this at the time too, wasn't it? You can't fight despair with just belief. It's not that simple. Maki turned her back to me and left. Maki. There's something about the air in here that makes me feel off. I don't know if the electro bomb is to blame or if I'm malfunctioning somehow, but I'm starting to feel somewhat sick. I don't feel weird at all. It's gotta be because of the electro bomb. Key was an electronic appliance after all. Don't call me an appliance. I'm telling you, appliances should go rest outside. Really, I'm fine, but I suppose I'll go investigate outside for now. Kibo left the hangar, swaying side to side a bit. Then I'll start investigating too. Oh, will you be okay by yourself? I could go with you if you want. No, you don't have to worry. I'll be fine by myself. If the body's like that, then you don't have to worry about anyone messing with it. It should be fine for us all to investigate by ourselves. Kimiko left in a hurry. I wonder if Himiko suspects who? Everyone. Because if there are fewer of us, there is a fewer people who could be the culprit, right? Of course, it's obviously Kokichi, but like you said, there could be another possibility. Maybe that's what she's thinking? I did suggest that possibility. The culprit might not be Kokichi or Kaito, but the third party. Anyone could be the culprit. You were united towards hope before all this, but now we are split up. That's why Kokichi killed Kaito? To disrupt our harmony. Because if not, then what reason will he have to kill him, Kaito? Maybe that's what this class trial is going to be for too. The reason Kokichi is going to hold this class trial might be to separate us. In the end, we were all gathered around Kaito. He was the one keeping us together. That's why he killed Kaito. Then we are completely caught in his trap. This is all part of Kokichi's plan to separate us. This is exactly what he wanted. We are split up. I can't get anyone to cooperate with the investigation. And we don't have much information to go on. The Monokuma file has been some help, but it's not enough this time. No point standing around complaining. I just have to do it. Time to start. To solve this mystery and find the truth behind it. I'm going to begin the investigation. I'll start here. Alright, I'm going to inspect every single piece of evidence here. There is a sleeve sticking out of the press. It's definitely Kaito's coat sleeve. In that case, the victim must be... I don't want to do it, but I have to raise the press to investigate the body. The hydraulic press is down and there is blood in the area. The hydraulic press is controlled by these buttons. If we use this to lift up the hydraulic press, we should be able to check the body. I don't really want to do that though. You have to. These controls move the hydraulic press. It can go up, down and stop. I should be able to use the up button to raise the press and check the body. I don't want to see a crushed body, no matter who it is, but I have to do it. I have to know. I made up my mind, took a breath and pressed the button. It's not moving. I pressed the button a few more times, but the press still won't move. Strange, it moved when I pressed it last time. After looking around the press, I found the power cord is cut. I see, there's no power, so the hydraulic press won't move. This can't be coincidence. The power cord was cut on purpose. This must be the work of the culprit. In that case, we won't be able to check the body. I'm honestly a little relieved, but I shouldn't say that out loud. I should take another look at the controls. There must be some clue here. In addition to the control buttons, there is an emergency stop button. The press would have been stopped instantly if you use this. Well, if the culprit were planning this murder, they have no use for it. What concerns me more is the safety function. That's right, this hydraulic press should have had the safety function. If the infrared sensor detects a living thing, the press stops automatically. Well, it didn't stop when Kibo tried before. If the sensor detected the person, the safety should have stopped the press automatically. There are two possibilities. Kibo-sensei is not a living thing, the press didn't stop. And it didn't stop this time because the body was already dead. Right? So it died on the hydraulic press. And then, after that someone died, so they used the hydraulic after. This is the bathroom. Now that I think about it, no, I'm locked up in this bathroom, but Kokichi is just outside that door. This is the place where Kaito was imprisoned. Kaito might have left some kind of clue here. No, he didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. Anyway, I should investigate inside. A bloodstain. A puddle of blood in the center of the room, and a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean? There's a small bottle in the corner of the bathroom. It's empty. I feel like I have seen this before. The label has blood all over it. I can't read it completely, but I can see the word poison. If this poison, this bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who brought this here, but it finally has something to do with this case. There are arrows on the floor of the bathroom, 3 in total, and blood on all of them. What is this? What happened here? A crossbow. This is... One of the crossbows from Maki's lab. Why is this here? So Kaito was planning to kill Kokichi in the first place. So he brought the crossbow. A small window for ventilation. This is the same window from before. It's a small window and it doesn't open all the way. No one will be able to fit through here. I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaito would have escaped by now. Perhaps it's too small for a person, but an object could fit through. Ah, this case. Yeah, it's the back the crossbow was stored. Oh, what's in that black case over there? As if backing away from the conversation, Kaito headed to the far shelf. What is this in it? Is it some kind of weapon? Yeah, this is the case from before, right? Yeah, it was the case that stored the crossbow. Alright, I finished investigating the bathroom. There were more clues than I thought there'd be, and one is particularly concerning. Why is the crossbow from Maki's lab in here? And the 3 bloody arrows. Those arrows are finally for the crossbow, but why are all 3 bloodied? And that bottle of poison, what could that have been used for? I don't know. There is still so much I don't know. This case looks like it's going to be tricky. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know why the poison was used, but maybe the arrows were with poison. Maybe? It's a panel that controls the alarm system and the electric barrier. I don't see any reason to turn them back on though. There is an exit cell right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open as well. The cockpit is exposed. So this is how it looks on the inside? It's small, but big enough for one person. The hatch is open? How strange. Only the monocups can turn off the electronic lock and open the hatch. Only the monocups? Normally the monocups are the only ones who can pilot the exocells. Normally being the key word. But because of that electro hammer thingy, the electronic lock is all screwed up. Have you mentioned this to anyone else? Nope, no one's asked me about it either. And even if I had been asked, it would have been relevant information to you anyway. An electronic lock on the hatch that only the monocups can disable, which must be why only monocups can control the exocells, but you could disable the lock. You could control the exocell. The Monokuma file this time barely has any information in at all. Yeah, it won't be of much use to us. It's so useless, he probably shouldn't have even gone out of his way to give it to us. It's fine, it's fine. A mascot's appearance at a murder scene brings a sense of relief and peace of mind. You popped out! What an intentional. Of course I want attention. I am the mascot for crying out loud. And yet I have appeared fewer times than that plain Jane Sumagi over there. I'd be false advertising if I didn't appear as often as I can, you know? Advertising? What advertising? Ignore it. Let's just focus on the investigation. Yeah. I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? The way you are now, you might start accusing people because you can't believe Kaito's death. No, that's not. I don't want to hear your excuses or anything else. Just don't talk to me. If you keep bugging me, I'll give you afro hair with my magic. She's awfully stubborn. Is she that suspicious of everything now? Or is there a reason she doesn't want to talk to anyone? There are still things... the red X is out. It's dangerous there. If you go near that thing, you might get torn apart. No, it shouldn't move anymore. Not without the monocubs or Kokichi. Yeah, so it's just a pile of scrap then. Don't scare me like that. Maybe I should just tear this hunk of junk apart with my magic. But I suppose that if Kokichi was alive, he could move it anytime by remote. Why didn't you say it so sooner? This is if Kokichi is alive. But that remote control Kokichi has for the exercise. What is it, exactly? Does he have that because he's the mastermind? I don't know. What is this, a bloodstain? There's a faint trail of blood leading to the press, a swipe pattern as if dragged. Coming from the bathroom. This bloodstain suggests something was dragged to the press. Yes, so what I think is that someone died in the bathroom and was dragged here. Or it didn't die, it was just, crawlers taken. Hydraulic press. What the hell do I need to end? This looks like a car wash. I imagine it's for cleaning the exercise. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while. I don't see any clues. It looks like a machine used to paint exercise. It smells kinda like paint thinner. It looks like the same as before, probably not related to the case. Oh my god, come on. Or is there a reason? I don't know. There isn't enough info. Yeah. I should be able to press the button to raise the press, but power cards. Yeah. Yeah, we have already investigated this area. Okay, so washing machine, press. I have already investigated the area, right? Yeah, blood trail. It leads to the anger. Maybe, yeah, someone was almost dying and was dragged here. Axis out green, axis out red, Somogi. The edge is exposed. So the only the monocubs can. The axis out is completely still, standing in the storage space. Yeah, I have already. Traces of blood. We have already investigated that. Himiko. To keep at me, I'll use my explosion magic. Hydraulic press. I think there are still things to investigate here. What is there to investigate? Operation panel? No. I think that is not it, but Tsumugi. Exhaust green, red. Washing machine. Traces of blood. Yeah, coming from... Something was dragged from the bathroom to the press. Something was dragged. Yeah, it was...
No.
What is this? Ah, the sleeve has a single small hole in it. A hole in the sleeve. What could this be? I suppose that's all the information I can deduce from the hydraulic press. I can't check the body, so I don't have many clues to work with. I'll have to find more clues elsewhere. It's all about I can investigate. Here in the hangar, there are still questions. The truth is still far out of reach. I still can't deduce who the victim is. I need more clues. I should investigate other areas. I should start with the areas around the hangar. So, if Kaito was still wearing the coat before, that means one arrow was for him. And he took the poison. The alarm system is off. It must be still affected by the electro bomb. I should investigate this place through. There must be some clues around here. Phew, I think I'm starting to feel a little better now. I'm sorry to worry you, Shuichi. I was a bit worried. I'm glad you're feeling better. There was something I needed to ask Kibo. Hey Kibo, before I went into the hangar this morning, you said... So I went to the hangar last night and tried to talk to him. You tried to talk to him on your own? I'm sorry, I thought it would be preferable for him to release Kaito peacefully. How did it go? It went about as well as I expected. There was no response at all. But I did witness a few things. You said that you witnessed a few things. What exactly did you see? Ah, yes, since we were in a hurry, I only told you about the exile returning to the hangar. Yes, you said the exiles could pass through the alarm system and barrier to the hangar.
Yes.
I never imagined something like this will happen, so I didn't mention it before. But before I saw the exile, I saw someone heading towards the hangar. You saw someone? I saw Himiko.
I was in my lab, trying to think of what I should write to convince Kokichi. That's when I saw her walking toward the hangar, clutching something in her hands. I think it was a black bag. A black bag?
She was dragging the crossbow to Kaito? At the time I assumed she was going there to examine things or plead with Kokichi. And since she came back later, I didn't think of much of it. But after seeing her reaction this morning, I started to get a little suspicious. What did you see? She was acting like she had something to hide. It's not that I want to suspect her. True, it's suspicious. You said you saw her come back as well. Was she holding the bag at the time? Now that I think about it, she didn't. So she had it coming in but not leaving. It has to be that black bag Himiko's carrying was... By the way, this is a little off topic, Shuichi, but... Huh? What is it? The reason I wasn't feeling well may have been due to the electro bomb. But it was because of the electromagnetic particles, not because I'm a robot. So what I experienced was a hacking to an allergic reaction such as hay fever. So it could have affected the human the same way. Being a robot had nothing to do with it. Alright, must be it. So that thing Himiko said was bothering him. He really is a bit too sensitive. Okay, so... Probably Kaito asked Himiko to grab the black bag to him, because Himiko didn't know what was the black bag for, right? This is a control panel that controls the electro barrier protecting the Jaeger. We hit it with an electro hammer, so it isn't operational right now.
That's true.
That's right. What are these marks here? It looks as if it's been struck by something sharp. What could this be? Ah wait, how were they even able to damage this in the first place? Getting near the control panel should cause the alarm to go off. You have to turn off the alarm before you even get too close. So how did the person who did this get near the control panel? That's the hangar shutter. There's a security alarm in there. You have to use the alarm remote to disable it to get near the shutter. If you come near the shutter without the remote, a loud alarm will go off around the entire academy. We had to use an electro bomb to disable the sensor and the alarm. That's how we got into the hangar. It's not exactly a bomb though, if it's called an electro bomb. It jams electronic signals by scattering particles that interfere with electromagnetic waves. For 2 hours, any and all electronic devices within 50 yards will be completely disabled. It's perfect for any secret activities too, since it doesn't leave any debris behind. This invention is extraordinary, but I only have 3 of them. So I need to use them carefully. You guys will have to settle for the electro hammers. Now that I think about it, there were 3 electro bombs total. One was stolen by Maki, but what of the other 2? Well, my assumption is Kaito asked Himiko to give him the black bag, containing the crossbow. So she gave it to him. Yeah, this is how Himiko gave the bag to Kaito. I also inspected 3 exit cells. Why were they protecting him in the first place? That might be related to the case as well. Yeah. And something happened. I think the one who died was Kokichi. There's an electro hammer here, but why? And it's out of power, it must have been used. But used for what? But be careful, the electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quick. So if you use it against Nexusal, it one shot. If the electro hammer's power is expended, it requires 24 hours to recharge. We know that for certain. Well, the only person who didn't bring an electro hammer was Maki. Protecting Monokuma for some reason. Kokichi said he was mastermind. The Exisals should have been around him. So why were they still protecting Monokuma? And 4 of them too? I suppose I was so caught up thinking about Kokichi I ignored Monokuma. Pay attention, listen up, take heed, I say. Monokuma? It's just I noticed that you came this way last night, Shuichi, huh? You were acting all sneaky, weren't you? Like a teenage boy trying to creep into the adult movie section of the video store. But you didn't need to sneak around, cause the exercise won't have attacked you. What are you saying? We didn't have to sneak. Cause everyone's coming to rent adult movies, so in a way everyone's going there is the same. No, not that. I meant about the exercise not attacking us. Oh. At the time the exercise were on autopilot and directed to only observe mode. Observe me. Their movements are more limited now that the monocubs aren't around to pilot them. Autopilot? You mean the remote control that Kokichi has? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the exercises were being controlled by Kokichi's remote control. They were focusing on Monokuma? Why you're telling me all this? This puts the person controlling you at a disadvantage. But we are not talking about that, we are talking about this. Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person who shared that info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it will be fair to all the participants. So someone else besides me knows this. Why won't they share this information? That's all I can tell you. By the way, renting movies is so old school. It's more thrilling to illegally download them. It's like trying to not get caught by a big game hunter while holding your breath during sex. I think it was Maki. This information about the Axis house could be a clue to solving this case. I should remember this. Yes, I think this electro hammer is from Maki. It's a yellow? What exactly did I witness here? I know for certain the Axis cells are being controlled by Kokichi's remote control, but why were they focusing on Monokuma? I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with the case. I only have a limited time to investigate. I can get distracted. So, okay. What should I investigate next? Should I ask Maki about what happened? She's probably in her lab. And in my lab. I feel as though there are less weapons here than I remember. Alright, everyone here. I hope you are all ready. Are those weapons? So you went to my lab yesterday to find weapons to use against Monokuma. Yep, it's because Kaito had them. As I suspected, there are two black bags here, identical to the one in the hangar. There are cases for the crossbows. The crossbows are inside but disassembled. It looks as if they don't even fit in the case unless they are disassembled. There are 2, when I was here with Kaito before. Yeah, there were 3 of them. And I'm sure that Kaito didn't have a crossbow with him.
That's true.
In that case, the crossbow in the hangar must have come from here. Which means someone must have brought it to the hangar from here. It was Himiko, but it's fairly difficult to put together the crossbow. I don't believe you'd be able to do unless Maki taught you. I will think more about that later. For now I need to investigate. Yes, so Himiko brought the bag with this assembled crossbow. And when Himiko gave the bag to Kaito, well, Kaito asked before Maki to Maki how to construct the crossbow before, so he knew how to assemble the crossbow. It wasn't difficult for him. It wasn't difficult for Kaito to assemble again the crossbow. That bottle of poison in the hangar, I need to confirm that it came from here. I have several bottles of poison lined up here. I haven't seen any poison outside of this lab, so the small bottle of poison I found must have come from here. There is a less liquid inside this bottle than the others. The label says track 9 poison. This poison takes some time to spread, but even a small amount of it can be lethal. I can't imagine that there's a smaller amount of this bottle for no reason. It must be a clue. Yeah, you just needed to use on the point the arrows, the points of the arrows. Did someone take them out? These bottles say antidotes. Antidotes? I didn't know these were here. According to the levels, each bottle is only 1 dose, and each one only works on a specific poison. Well, I suppose that makes sense. There are plenty different kinds of poison, so that must be true for antidotes. None of these antidotes are for the 9 poison. There are different poisons. What could that mean? Alright, I investigated this room thoroughly. I didn't find any evidence to suggest Kaito isn't dead. On the contrary, there is plenty of evidence to suggest Kachi isn't dead. Monokuma is still moving around and the killing game hasn't ended. And Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press, which means the victim must be... No, it's too soon to be thinking like that. If I investigate a little more, I'll find something. There's still time. I should head back to the hangar. No! All the clues we have, it's redirects to Kaito being alive, not Kokichi. So, if we go to the timeline, Kaito asked Kimiko to grab a black bag containing this disassembled crossbow. So Kaito, before that, asked Maki how to assemble the crossbow. So he knew from the start how to assemble the crossbow and disassemble. So, after Himiko gave him the bag, Kaito just assembled the crossbow and used it on Kokichi, perhaps. And it seems he was targeted as well with one of the arrows of the crossbow. But used the poison arrows on the point. Was the poison on the arrows, but it just needed a little bit of the poison, not all the flask. And took everything and the arrows inside the bag. So when Himiko went and gave him the bag, he would have everything set up before killing Kokichi. But something's not right. It seems someone else brought the antidote. So what I can assume is that Maki used the electro hammer in one of the exiles. Somehow saw Kaito getting hit by the arrow, poison arrow, and she might went and get the antidote to save him. And I believe, or Kaito was killed on the hydraulic presser, or they tried to manipulate the evidences, and somehow Kokichi died and went to the hydraulic presser. And the hydraulic presser didn't stop because Kokichi died before. The hydraulic presser just starts working. And for us to not see the body, they just cut off the cable, and that's it. I think that's how it worked in this case.
What happened?
Is something wrong? I found something strange in the bathroom. Please hurry. He shouted quickly and ran into the bathroom. Well, I already investigated the toilet. Maybe something else is here.
Hey.
What are you looking at? Take a look at this. Ah, there are Kokichi clothes. It's soaked and wrinkled. There is no doubt these are Kokichis. Where did you find this? I didn't see it when I was investigating the bathroom. Well, the toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain and pulled out these clothes, so it looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. Why were those clothes in the toilet in the first place? Yeah, it was very brave of me, and thanks to that, I managed to find an important clue. Now, Shuichi, please investigate as much as you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Found in the bathroom. If they were found in the toilet, someone must have tried to flush them. But who will do that? Something the matter? Please investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. This has to be an important clue. I made up my mind, grabbed Kokichi's soaked clothes, and spread them open. Oh, there is a small hole in the back. And another one. Okay, so somehow Kokichi was almost dying from the poison. It took 2 arrows, yeah. The third was on Kaito, I guess. In that case.
No.
There's a chance Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a very important clue. Oh, I'm happy I was able to help. But I must decline shaking that hand of yours. No. Your hands aren't clean either, though. But if Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press, where did Kaito go? Why not show himself? And why is this game still going, even though the mastermind is dead? If this is awkward, Shuichi, I can leave and give you some privacy. Kibu and I washed our hands in the sink and left the bathroom. Well, the killing game didn't end because Kokichi wasn't the mastermind. I'm still saying Tsumugi is the mastermind since the first trial. Maki, you know stuff. You were the one who tried to save Kaito, right? Or saved Kaito. Why is it so easy for you to believe Kaito is dead? You and Kibo both look more refreshed now. Refreshing each other in the boys' bathroom. Even now you can't help yourselves, huh?
That's true.
This is all Mimiko's imagination, but I don't even want to touch that right now. Okay, never mind. It's almost time for the quest trial to start, right? No one able... Yeah, I wonder. I haven't heard from anyone. Did he disappear? It can't still be in the hangar. Or under there. Do you think the one who died was Kokichi? I mean, your face says you want to think that.
It's plain to see.
But I think that's just plain impossible. Kokichi been manipulating us all from the start. I can't believe someone like that could be killed by Kaito. Ah, of course, I don't mean to compliment Kokichi or make fun of Kaito or anything. I know, you're probably right. Yeah, Tsumugi has a good point. I still don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died. But I'm certain that one of them must have. Well, Kaito must be somewhere hiding.
It's about that time. That's right. It's time for the quest trial, where hope and despair meet head-on. Please proceed to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard and head to the trial grounds. Everyone needs to be there. Got it? Anyone who's absent will be swiftly and permanently punished. I wonder what kind of despair awaits you this time.
Everyone must be there. Yeah, that means Kokichi or Kaito, wherever is alive, will be there. At the trial, we will know who the victim is. No, we will not. Maybe he's still inside an exile, right? But why Kokichi was... Well, Kokichi... certainly we all are aware that Kokichi was planning something since the beginning. But maybe he was trying to make a plan to be unsolvable. Yeah, unsolvable. Right? He was trying to make something that couldn't be solved. Okay, guys. We are going to get these all these questions answered. That's right. We are going to get all these questions answered in next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Peace out.